There we go. Discussion with Inquisitor. So I've got 3 days to go and get this stuff. 3 days trying to save her? Look, while annoying neighbors with a guitar. Maybe they like it. Who knows? Maybe they miss the sound of the guitar when you're not playing. It's a possibility. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Oh, fucking hell. Sir Sebastian's testimony. The bailiff, father, brother Nicodemus. Can I get? Oh, there's a few. There's a fucking few. Can I get any just now? Anything but B? Why did I bring that out? Let's go.
Adela, the Inquisitor is going to try Johanka in court.
Oh, Lord. I hope she's acquitted. I was absolutely
You maybe want to
devastated
help?
when they took her away.
I need people to speak in her defense, and I'd like to ask you to do it.
I don't want to go there. Really.
Oh, great.
I'm afraid of that Inquisitor.
Oh, great.
But you helped me, and so did
A couple of
Johanka.
people who are
It's
like,
only
no,
right
we
that I
don't
should
want
try and
to.
help her. But what am I supposed to say there? I'm just a simple village girl. I don't know anything about these things.
That doesn't matter. You just be yourself. It should be enough to talk about all the good Johanka does here, and how she helps others. I'll send for you if you're needed.
All right.
Thanks
Okay,
a lot.
one down. Nicodemus.
Brother Nicodemus,
You've heard something?
the Inquisitor has decided that Johanka will be tried, but he's agreed that I can defend her.
That's really quite unusual. It must mean he hasn't come to a clear
Okay.
conclusion yet.
Yes. I'll get her out of it.
I'm afraid it may not be that easy. The thing is, I expect Johanka will say the same things before the court that she's been preaching.
What are you saying?
Well, I've been thinking about what she's been saying, and it seems to me her preaching has a certain progression. Are you acquainted with the notion of the 3 orders of man?
Not really.
Not really.
If it's
No.
been mentioned, I can't remember.
It's like this. It's said that everyone has their God-given place and purpose on earth. Laboratores, oratores, and bellatores. Those who work, those who pray, and those who fight. The common folk are born to work, to reap the fruits of the earth, and to obey the laws of God and man. It is the purpose of the nobles to protect the people and the church against all dangers, and to maintain peace and justice on earth. And the church, in turn, has the task of caring for the spiritual welfare of all, ensuring the salvation of their souls and bringing solace to the people in times of hardship, so that they can endure their earthly trials and enter the kingdom of heaven.
But what's all that got to do with Johanka?
Well, I noticed in her first sermon she primarily addressed the concerns of the common folk, and in the second, she criticized the nobility.
The third's going to be the church.
Ah. So you think she might start talking about the church?
Yes, I'm afraid she might. I dread to think how that might end up. Henry, you must warn her against that. She must show humility before the Inquisitor, and the wisest course would be to admit to being wrong. She's rather stubborn, but perhaps she'll listen to you.
But the Inquisitor said no one's allowed to see her.
No one except the Inquisitor's own men. You'll just have to think something
Okay.
up. I'm afraid Johanka's fate is mainly in your hands now. I'm relying on you. Goodbye.
quiet.
Persuade her to speak with you. Oh, that'll be a task. Right, let's go and get all the other testimonies first. See what they've got to say. Oh crap, I was blindly following the compass. I was not watching anything else. The bailiff. I might need to progress time though. You could be above. I don't think you're going to be here. Yeah, you're definitely not in here. This might be a... Oh, it's not locked. Sugar. That's locked. Guards there. What about up here? Who are you? Nope, Scribe. Oh, not the bailiff, the custodian?
God be with you.
Oh shit, two things. Right, we'll get testimony in court.
I need something from you, sir. I suppose you heard that Johanka was locked up by the Inquisitor and is facing charges of heresy.
I did, and it's most disturbing news.
What you might not know is that he's agreed that I can defend her at the trial.
You? Do you even know what to say?
Technically don't, so I'll think of something.
Well, I'm preparing for it. I'll think up something, don't worry. But I need you to testify at the court. In Johanka's defense, of course.
Naturally. You don't think I could just sit
She
here
may
and
not
do
like
nothing?
that though.
Besides, the bishop has already insisted that I appear before the court.
Oh. Alright.
One moment. I apologize if I was a little hasty. This whole affair has left me anxious. I appreciate that you want to defend her. However, I don't think it would have any effect. No offense, but I don't think you'll be able to achieve anything in court. I'm afraid the Inquisitor will judge as he sees fit, whatever anyone says. But I have an idea how you could help.
Oh?
Okay.
How's that?
Flee. With Johanka, of course.
I mean, I want to say it's not a good idea.
No, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm sure Johanka will be acquitted by the court and everything will be alright. Running would just confirm the Inquisitor's suspicions, and she'd always be looking over her shoulder.
I don't agree. As I said, I don't believe you can affect the outcome of the
Okay.
court. If Johanka flees, yes, she'll have to lie low for a while, but in time it will all blow over. You can take her anywhere, as long as it's far enough from here. A girl like that will always find her feet. She can easily hide out somewhere where she's not known. Maybe there could even be a place
Oh, of
for
course.
her
Of
on
course
my
he's thinking
estate.
about that. Fuck's
Think
sake.
about it. But whatever you decide, if Johanka comes to any harm, you'll have me to answer to. I'm very
Oh,
fond
we
of her,
know.
and her of me, and I don't want anything to happen to her, understand? But if everything ends well, I'll show you my gratitude, I assure you.
Oh, dead soldier's document.
I found this document in the woods by Sasau. Careful, it's a bit bloody.
Don't tell me those fools got themselves. To hell with it. And did you come across any Cumans?
Yes, they're finished.
There now. It's not such a fuck-up after all. Here's some money for you. It was supposed to be for those idiots, but it seems they asked for 100 groschen more than they deserved. God be with you.
Okay.
How are you, Henry?
Okay, I do have a slight problem though. Was I not supposed to get the testimony for... Like, he won't speak to me at all now. Now he said he's already going. Brother Nicodemus, I don't know. Do I have to do his again? Because he didn't mention anything about giving the testimony, just that we had to try and persuade Johanka. Oh, for fuck's sake. Nope, we didn't get his testimony.
Witnesses can be summoned for Johanka's trial. So I wanted to ask you if you'd give a testimony. Maybe some learned speech in her defense?
I'd be glad to do it. Johanka deserves my help. Such testimonies could carry a lot of weight. You should try and get as many as you can.
Okay, so we've got his testimony now. What else? And then we'll have... What was his name? Pavel? No. The dude that we went and got the treasure. Is he in here? It's locked. Is he upstairs then? Could be upstairs. Can I talk to you? Trail?
Goodman Pavel, you're still here. That's a relief. I was afraid I'd miss you.
Yes, still here, but not for long. I had some business to deal with, but now that's out of the way and I'm getting ready to leave. What was it you wanted?
You might have heard that Johanka was arrested by the Inquisitor and is facing trial.
Indeed, word has reached me. Poor girl.
I'd like to ask you to speak to the court in Johanka's defense.
Of course, Henry. You have my word. And the word of a burgher of Colleen ought to mean something. But to speak in defense of someone accused of heresy is no small matter. What do you want me to say?
The same thing you told me. That it was a sacred sign that you happened to be nearby when Johanka was speaking, and so on.
True. I'll tell the bishop that. You can rest assured.
Thank you very much. Please wait here a few more days for the court to convene, then I'll send for you.
All right. For Johanka's sake, I'll wait. God be with you.
Right, who else we got? Oh, I could tell the Inquisitor about things, couldn't I? Will that help me on the way? Do a save. See how it goes. Before we go into town proper. Afternoon, Rafiki. How you doing? At least the people are not bothered by me waking them up. Normally, no one wants to speak to me while they're asleep. And this time it's like, hey. We'll do anything to help Johanka. Working, lurking. I know I'm quite a big lurker in many other chats. The problem is sometimes I don't I'm not always at my desk, so even if I said something, there's a chance that I would miss any replies or not be able to type something, and by that point the moment's passed and you're like, It's just, if I mention something now, the streamer's going to be... Because I know myself, if something's been mentioned and someone replies to something and I've moved on, and there's other stuff going on, I'll have forgotten about what the hell was, like, I was speaking about or what anyone else was speaking about before. We saved, didn't we? Yeah, just streamer brain. Talk to you. Suspicious activities. Defend her in a duel? No. Is this gonna help?
Monsignor, I've heard of various irregularities in the province that might be of interest to you.
Very good, my son. A good Christian certainly shouldn't conceal such things. Please, speak.
Old Ancients? Who the hell is Simon the Hermit?
Really?
How many
did
do
you
I have
find
to
out
tell
about
him about?
Sir Hanush sent me to help the vicar track them down and catch them.
So, Sir Hanush had an interest in finding them?
Not quite.
Yes. That is, he was keen to get the matter cleared up quickly and get the vicar out of his domain.
Oh, I see. He's not the only secular lord to lack trust in the emissaries of the church. And how did it end up with the members of the sect?
They fled. The vicar is still
Oh, an
trying to
achievement
track
for being
them
a
down.
snitch. Oh no.
That's unfortunate. Let's hope the vicar succeeds promptly in his mission.
Oh, about Devil Skull at church construction.
A demon's skull was found on the church building site.
Yes. I heard something about it. A disturbing report. Tell me what you know about
I
it.
can't remember.
It was a deception, sir. Someone made it with evil intentions, to frighten people. I found the skull and brought it to the local knacker. He confirmed it was a human skull with animal horns stuck on.
You did the right thing, Henry, in uncovering the deception and in telling me about it.
Who's Simon the Hermit? Simon the Hermit. Is he the dude with the last bit of the DLC? He was no, he was a poacher, wasn't he?
The former parish priest of Rovna, Father Simon,
Oh,
went missing
oh
one
shit.
day. Everyone thought he'd fled from the province.
Okay,
but
the
in
fact
fact,
that
he
you
just went
put
to the woods
hermit
and
threw me
became a
off.
hermit.
I see. Why did he do that?
Oh no.
Because he got some girl pregnant. The child died during birth, though, and the mother too. He took it to be retribution for his sin. So he fled far from people, because he didn't feel fit to be their pastor anymore.
That's very interesting indeed.
Sorry, Simon.
Where is this Father Simon now?
I tracked him down in the
Sorry,
woods and talked
Simon.
him into going back to Rovna. They needed a parish priest there, and Simon was convinced taking on the task would make amends for his sin.
Interesting. Father Simon's story is certainly remarkable. Whether his actions are appropriate for a cleric is another matter, of course. Thank you for telling me about this.
Will this matter? Because here's the thing. I've done all the only thing anything can change would be main quest now, which I don't think there'll be too many. This is DLC, so well, unless they would change the main quest afterwards, it shouldn't do anything with that. It shouldn't have any bearing on those. I've done quests, like all the other side quests, to do with Ujit's area. Ujit's
Some women in Ujit went to the herbalist for magic ointment. Then they went to the woods, smeared this ointment on themselves.
Full on
and
snitch,
engaged
you
in
got
all
this.
sorts of incantations.
It depends how I've done all the quests in relation.
What? Witchcraft? God have
Oh,
mercy.
Ujits, I'm just
They
bringing
must
hell
be
down
brought
you.
to justice. Who is this herbalist they visited?
No. Oh, what's the right answer here? Old Gertrude sounds like an old cow. Oh no, I don't want to get her in trouble. Don't know anywhere. Or you know what? He did do something with it, didn't he?
Not to worry, Monsignor. Father Godwin put a stop to it.
Well, that's good news at least. Witchcraft will not be tolerated under any circumstances.
Irregularities inside the monastery walls?
There are interesting things going on inside the monastery.
In the monastery? What
He's probably
kind
like,
of
how do you know?
things?
They're assholes. So the circators are drinking.
The cicadas get drunk on wine and play dice in the monastery cellars at night.
But how do you know about it? How does a servant of the royal hetman come by knowledge of the confidential affairs of the Brotherhood of Monks?
I caught wind of it. I heard it from a novice that the brothers were sending out at night to buy wine
Okay.
for them.
I see. And what was the name of this novice?
Siskin.
I don't know which one it was.
There is a novice of that name at the monastery. I shall have to speak to the prior about these matters. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. If you've nothing else to tell me, you may leave.
Do we go full snitch? Father Godwin. I mean, he is the reason I went to jail for 7 days, so fuck it.
Well, the parish priest in Ujits is rather unorthodox.
I'm still sticking to
Not
that.
he's a bad person, not at all. He takes good care of his flock, no doubt. It's just that he drinks quite a lot. In fact, he's even said mass while drunk. And, he keeps a concubine.
That distresses me. All the more so because what you describe isn't at all unique amongst the clergy. Thank you for telling me, Henry. Matters like this certainly must be addressed.
That's all.
Cleric's
Monsignor.
pet. Oh no.
All right, Henry. Thank you. But I hope you're not keeping anything from me.
Right, in dialogue.
Take care.
Shit. Sorry, everyone. We're gonna get a visit from the Inquisitor and his men because I've just told him all the shit that you guys have been up to. Alright, so we've got the tailor's wife and the bailiff.
Yeah.
And who else? Who else we got?
Yeah.
I'm not entirely sure. Why did I go this way? This is the worst way to get into there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We also need to speak to Johanka as well. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, who is where? Fire Fabians and okay. D and G, which will be persuade her. Also the bailiff.
Yeah.
Oh, hi. Oops.
Yeah.
Well, there was a horse coming in. You should have seen that horse coming. Henry's bandages. I wonder what happens to snitches that get stitches. I mean, most of the people we've dealt with.
Good
Oh, here she
you,
is.
Henry. Well, how did it go with that husband of mine?
Well, we sat down and talked, and in the end, I talked him out of playing
I told
dice.
you about
Did
this.
Mother of God, that's wonderful news. How on earth did you do it?
I'm going to say it's between us men because I'm not going to admit I stole things from him.
That's a matter between us men.
I don't much like the sound of that, but if he's really quit playing, as you say, all right. Thank you very much, Henry. I'll never forget you for this.
Maybe I didn't speak to
Or
her.
your honker either. But he has got the money for the cloth, hasn't
Yes.
Yeah, I gave it back to him so he can buy what he needs.
he? That's wonderful.
We did give it back.
Thank you, Henry.
Testimony.
I need your help with something.
And is it just
I'm sure you've
the
heard.
father and
Your
the bailiff?
Hanka was locked up by the Inquisitor.
Who hasn't? The whole of Sasso is talking about it. And the Inquisitor was asking around about her.
I'd like to ask you to appear before the court and say something in Johanka's defense.
I can't say I'm keen on going there. But Johanka helped me. And you did too. I think it's only right that someone should say something good about her.
Ah, thanks, Guta. I appreciate it. I'll send for you when it's time.
Okay. Father? Is there anything else? It is only those ones, isn't it? I don't need to travel far and wide. Yeah. Which way around is this building? Oh, damn it. He is not awake yet. I'll see if I can get the bailiff's testimony first. Might be asleep though.
Master Bailiff, Inquisitor Yaroslav is going to try Johanka.
I know. He was here asking questions, too.
Oh? What did he want to know?
Various things. Like how things are here, whether people are honest, whether we observe the fest days, and so forth. And then he asked about Johanka. About what she preaches, whether people come to listen to her and that. He's been talking to a lot of other people in Sasau, too.
Catra.
I even heard that Catra, the swordsmith's wife, invited him to dine with them.
That's interesting.
Oh.
Thanks for telling me.
You want to testify?
Was he just asking questions, or does he want you to testify before the court?
Yes, he did ask me to testify, and I'm none too happy about it.
I see. And what are you going to say about her?
It depends what I'm asked, but there's not much I can say. I don't know Johanka very well. She seems virtuous and self-sacrificing to me. She's never done anything wrong, and no one here ever had a cross word to say about her, until recently. Maybe some gossip about her and Sir Sebastian, but I've heard similar talk about half the women folk here.
Johanka has helped a lot of people here, selflessly. Her heart is in the right place.
True, but then there's that preaching of hers. Folk have been falling out. They're split according to whether they believe Johanka or not. I don't know quite what to think of it myself, but I don't want to jump to conclusions. I'll wait and see what the learned bishop has to say.
Oh no. See, I think bribery is not going to convince him. I'm assuming that's what it is, paying him to speak. I'll be going.
Thank you for speaking openly, Master Bailiff.
God be with you.
It's not the best start for that one. Right, so she's in there, but we can't get in there. So we'll do. So go and speak with the father if he's awake. I'm gonna save it before I go and do certain things as well. Two hours? Is that gonna be enough? I'm not sure. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hold on, I see something. Right. Okay. Hey, iRock, how you doing? Not too bad. I'm trying to somehow convince people that Johanka's not a bad person. He's moved. Stop moving. Can I speak with him? Aha!
I think he had blue blood. What is it this time? He brought me a
Trial?
Father, the Inquisitor has had Johanka thrown in jail.
I know, son.
He's planning a hearing.
Rightly so. It's about time this whole matter was done.
Oh no. Do you make of it all?
What do you think about it then?
That's a nuisance.
As I say, it's a good thing that the matter is being investigated.
Hey,
The
with
things
Arian.
Johanka has been
How'd the
preaching
guitar
are,
go?
to say the least, disturbing. Who knows what these dreams are that she speaks of? And her words are only putting ideas in people's heads and leading them astray. Now, instead of going to church, as they should, they go to her in the false belief that they will find solace. It's creating a chasm between the people and the church and leading them away from the true
Yeah, this
teaching
dude seems
left
like a
to us
dick.
by Christ. They're misguided and swamped in heretical ideas.
I'm just gonna say she's no heretic.
But Johanka is no heretic. She's a good, kind girl who's only trying to do the right thing.
Yeah, quick
I'll
jam some
defend her.
songs. Nice.
Suit yourself. But mind you don't get ensnared in her fallacies, and leave it to the bishop to judge the matter.
Of course.
I think mentioning Mary would not have been a good plan. I got two there, one there. Wait, what's the other one? Oh, the blacksmith's. Swordsmith's wife. Yeah, Godwin's a bit looser with his morals and shit. Before I try and speak to Johanka, I'm going to do a save there. However, we should be fine speaking to her. Trial?
I'm here about Johanka.
You're that fella of hers, are you? What do you want?
No, I'm just a friend of hers. Matthias is her, fella.
Huh. God knows how many she has.
I heard you invited Bishop Yaroslav to come and dine with you.
Yes, so what? Bishop Yaroslav is an esteemed visitor to Sassau, and it's only fitting he should be suitably hosted by devout burghers.
What did you talk about?
And what did you talk about?
What we discussed with the Monsignor is none of your business.
Shit.
What have you got against Johanka?
Nothing. The question is, what has she got against us? Tell me that.
What?
She turns up here and tries to tell us how to live our lives. Says the Virgin Mary whispers to her in the night. Yeah, I'm sure. To a simple village wench. I'd like to know who's really putting those ideas in her head. She's just getting people all worked up. Men, especially. Coming around here with her
Someone sounds a little bit
nonsense.
jealous.
Sassau is a decent, orderly place, I'll have you know. We don't want any trouble here. All this talk about hellfire and the end of the world. God have mercy. No one is interested in what she has to say. All they want is some spectacle. She ought to have thought twice before she started. Not that she wasn't warned.
Warned how?
What do you mean, warned?
As I said, she was told.
Oh, I can't fucking talk my way out of it.
Damn it, woman, tell me what you meant by that.
I didn't mean anything by it.
Out with it!
If you must know, some of the fellas want to have it out with her and tell her to stop. No one wants her speeches here. But would she listen? No. The devil possessed her to bring harm to us.
So it was you who sent those men?
All I wanted was to protect the Sassau folk against her poisonous tongue. And I'll do just that. The Monsignor asked me to testify in court. And I'll tell everything I know.
She sent
And I'll
goons,
do
yeah.
likewise. Farewell.
Go. Good luck then.
Oh man. Oh, that could have been a fuck up potentially. Pushing her for that. I didn't even see you hanker, but I need to break in, maybe? Maybe convince someone? I don't know who's there, because it must be where the bailiff is, and maybe have their place for holding them. Sorry, I don't even think it's been half a day since I spoke to the Inquisitor. This might go very badly though. Have that last person I spoke to, they I guess threatening or being intimidating in some way might not have worked in my favor. Be fine-ish. Like, everything else has not been too bad. The feeling potentially, if I'd bribed the bailiff, it wouldn't have went in my favour. garlic will keep evil spirits at bay. Right in here. Ooh. Ooh.
Hey, clear off. No one's allowed to talk to Johanka. Bishop Yaroslav's orders.
Shit. What would I pay then?
I'm sure the bishop wouldn't mind if you had to go and answer a call of nature. And if it were a nice long call, there'd be a few groschen in it for you.
Don't even try it. I'm warning you.
Some arrangement.
Come on now. Just between the two of us. Johanka is my friend. She has no one else but me. The Inquisitor will surely take her away, and I'll never see her again. I just want to say goodbye to her before she disappears forever. What would you do in my place?
Well, since you put it that way, but I'd be taking a big risk, disobeying the bishop's orders. You'd have my head for it.
Of course. I wouldn't expect you to put yourself at risk without a reward.
300? Yeah, that's fine.
All right, go on then, but make it quick, eh?
For sure. Thanks a lot. I owe you.
Take care.
Johanka, are you alright?
Yes, Henry.
I'm
fine.
Look.
I'm glad to see you.
I spoke to the Inquisitor. He wants to put you on trial.
I know. It's all in God's hands now.
No, it's not. I mean, it is, of course. But the bishop has allowed me to defend you.
You want to defend me? Thank you, Henry. That's very kind of you. But you needn't bother. Our Lady won't let
No,
anything
Johanka,
bad
just
happen to me.
shove it.
I am her instrument, and I am completely
I mean, you're a
in
fucking
her
tool,
hands.
if that's what you mean.
Everything that's happening is her sacred will.
I won't stand by with my arms folded. You need someone to testify for you. As I said, I will defend you.
If you insist. Maybe it's the will of the Virgin
Oh my
that you
God.
came to me. So be it then.
I talked to you about these. Did the pilgrimage?
I went to Ujits, like you asked.
That's good, Henry. I hope you purged yourself of your sins.
I did the pilgrimage of penance, like you said. And in the church, I begged the Virgin Mary for forgiveness.
And she will bless you, Henry. You're a good man. Remember that. And don't stray into wrongdoing again.
I won't. I made a donation to the church, too. And the parish priest there, Father Godwin, he was asking about you.
Was he? Well, what did you tell him?
Oh, just about everything that's going on and the things you were saying. He was quite moved by it, to tell the truth. He even gave me some writings.
You see? Maybe Our Lady is giving you a sign too.
What did Bishop Yaroslav ask you about?
All sorts of things. Like how the Virgin Mary visits me, what she shows me, and about preaching to the people. Actually, he was really quite pleasant. He asked me about Skalitz, whether I go to church, and a lot of other things. And in the end, he told me I mustn't speak in public again about the visitations and that. But I couldn't obey an order like that. The Blessed Virgin is testing me, and I have to do what she asks, no matter who or what stands in the way.
I'd say he wasn't too happy about that.
No. He came there with his men, dispersed the people, and had me arrested and
Oh, for fuck's
locked
sake.
up here.
About that trial,
Yes, the trial.
I'll get some people who will testify for you in court. But Brother Nicodemus is worried you'll say things that will make the Inquisitor angry. Please don't do that. You have to talk to him respectfully, answer his questions with humility, and not say anything to annoy him. And don't say anything against the church or priests. Please.
I'll say only what the Blessed Virgin wants me to say.
Johanka, please. You mustn't say anything against him or the church. Be contrite. Maybe even admit you might have been wrong about some things. I don't think the Inquisitor is so bad. If you submit
That
to
might be
him,
a bad
he'll
decision.
drop the charges.
You too now. You're speaking exactly the same as his assistant. The two of you joined forces against me, did you?
Fuck's sake.
I've nothing to do with him. I didn't even know he was here. Believe me, I'm really trying to help you.
You don't believe me anymore, do you?
I do, Johanka, I believe you. But in court, you must speak reasonably, prudently. A lot depends on it. Maybe even your life.
I appreciate your concern for me, Henry, really, I do. But you must understand. I can't deny that the Virgin Mary visits me, or what she wants to tell us.
You could deny it.
Not now. After everything that's happened, I can't. Otherwise, she won't heal Matthias.
But you have to consider yourself and what's good for you. Surely you don't want to be convicted of heresy? That won't do anyone any good, neither you nor Matthias.
I've already told you. Everything is in the hands of the Blessed Virgin. I will accept with humility the fate she grants me.
Oh, Sakra. This is going to be a right mess.
Oh, fucking hell. The two things that are going to go against us is her thinking we've joined up, and the sort of intimidation of the swordsmith's wife. So we didn't bribe the bailiff, so I'm not sure how he would have taken that. He didn't seem too happy, and it's like, best just leave him to his own devices. I think who else? So there's two negatives. But we told him about all the weird things going on, so it might help. It really depends on what she ends up saying. Why didn't I get my horse? Right, Nicodemus. Who the fuck are you with your armor? Okay. Right, go see you. I spoke with her.
I spoke to Johanka.
And did you manage to convince her?
I'm afraid not. She's stubborn. She says she answers only to the Blessed Virgin.
Oh dear, Henry. That's not good at all. What about her family? Doesn't she have a relative she might listen to?
No. None of them survived the raid on Skalitz.
She has no one at all left in the world? Poor child. Goodbye.
Wait, what do you mean no one left? Wait, am I... Nope. Nope. Nope.
Johanka?
Matthias? You're better.
Henry? Is it you?
Yes, it's me. Who else would it be?
I'm glad you're here, Henry. I feel a bit better now. I'd even like to eat something. I must tell Johanka. She'll be glad.
Unfortunately, that won't be possible.
Oh? Why's that?
How to begin? Look, things got a bit complicated here. The main thing is...
Oh, man.
Johanka is in jail, awaiting trial.
What? What happened?
The Virgin Mary is speaking to Johanka, and Johanka is spreading her word to the people. But there's this inquisitor who heard about it and had her arrested. He's putting her on trial for heresy.
Oh my God. How could such a thing happen? But if Our Lady is speaking to her, surely nothing can happen to her.
Well, I hope not. Trouble is, Johanka is very obstinate, and she's likely to say things in court that will just make it worse.
Oh,
for
she
her.
totally is going
Listen,
to.
Matthias, I need you to go with me and talk to her. Maybe together we can convince her to see sense.
I wish I could. But I'm still too weak to even get out of bed.
Right.
I'm
Is
sorry,
he
Henry.
going to be the one that
I just can't do it.
changes things for her?
Tell her I'm feeling better, and I agree with everything you tell her. Give her this dice. She'll understand. It'll almost be like I was there with you.
Tell me more.
Dice?
Oh. It's a long story. Johanka knows all about it. Or you can ask Teresa, too.
All right. If you say so.
Henry, please, look out for her. And make sure nothing happens to her.
I'll do my best.
Goodbye.
Okay, got the dice. I'm like, no, we're not going there. What's the quickest way to get back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Here. And to the left. To the right. God.
Yeah.
Do I need food? No, I don't. This way.
Yeah.
Johanka, you going to listen to me this time? Do I need to pay the guard again? Huh. I don't know. Soon find out.
About that trial,
Yes, the trial.
I spoke to Matthias.
What? But he's lying in a fever, isn't he?
No, he's much better. He asked about you. He wanted to come here, but he's not strong enough yet.
Oh, that's wonderful. You see, Our Lady helped him. And now, I have to do
No,
my
you
part.
fucking don't.
But doesn't it mean that you've already done your part?
Well,
What would be the point of it all if the Inquisitor were to have you imprisoned now? Or even worse.
It's a message. A final test. I mustn't fail now. After everything.
But you already passed the Virgin Mary's message on. Many people heard it, and many of them have amended their ways. You certainly haven't failed. Look, Matthias gave me this for you, and he asked me to tell you to look out for yourself.
Thank you, Henry. Go now.
Does
I
that
need to
help in
rest.
some way? I don't know. Guess we'll never know. All I've got left is... Oh, going back to the Inquisitor. I think I've done everything then. Actually, what I might do... It's Taylor. When we find out, yeah. We need to go in looking our best right now, so... Can I talk? Hello?
Good day to you. What do you need?
Give me a second. Be right back. There we go. Right, things to repair. You know what? We'll go in. Yeah, we'll go in. Looking our best. Who's that seem?
Let's talk about the price.
Well, we can try it.
I mean, we are. There's no trying about the talking.
Is this enough?
I'd almost... Finally.
Okay, nothing else I need to repair, is there? Oh, shit. Not everything is repaired. I need... Go to the tailor. Let me out! Let me out! Let me! Fucker. Gotta look good for his trial.
Cucumbers. They'll stay firm all winter. Fight before someone else does.
Over here? Is this the... Yep, it is. Okay.
Welcome, Henry.
Can you repair?
God preserve you.
Oh no, you can't. Oh no, this is because he's away on his fucking journey. Oh, you bastard. Well, there's only two things that I haven't got repaired. I'm gonna go to the bathhouse too.
Yeah.
Then we'll do a proper save. And then I'll go about the trial.
Greetings.
Oh, this is going to go so bad.
I'd like to make use of the
So what are you in?
proper bath.
I'm sure you'll... Goodbye.
Proper baths. Well, those two things are broken, which is kind of shit.
Yeah.
Am I ready for the trial then? The reason I'm doing the save here is I don't know what's... If I have to call up people in regards to certain things or when. That's the last thing I need to do, isn't it? Once you're prepared. Yep, nothing else. Nothing else to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, Johanka, your life kinda in my hands now, isn't it? It's not good. Is he above still?
God save you, Henry.
Start a trial.
I'm ready, Monsignor.
Excellent. I have also completed my investigation.
You
may
don't want to
commence
mug
then
him
with
just for the
proceedings?
necklace. Yeah, I'm ready.
Yes.
Good. I will send for everyone who is to bear witness and have Johanka brought before the court. We'll commence first thing tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
One more thing. These are solemn proceedings that demand a certain decorum. I won't tolerate any clanking armor or otherwise inappropriate attire. You will wear this robe.
Oh!
Thank you, Monsignor.
Very well. Rest now.
Oh
We'll
shit,
meet in the
no!
morning.
I didn't.
God be with you.
I may have to do that. I actually forgot about it. Shit. Right, see, now that you've brought that up, because you did mention it. And this is why you do your fucking save beforehand. No, I completely forgot about it. And they spoke. Did they not speak about it as well? Oh, come on, game.
I, Bishop Yaroslav of Benishov, by the grace of...
We'll get this eventually. I can't get to my fucking menu. God.
She didn't. I didn't. Either. She made.
Indeed.
Oh no, what happened? I might have royally broke it now. You're taking far too long to load in.
Charles IV, King of Bohemia and Holy Roman Emperor, had a long and successful reign. The empire he ruled from Prague expanded, and his subjects...
Is that voiced by Teresa's father?
Prosperity.
I'm not seeing
When
it
the
as, but
emperor died,
is it the same dude?
The whole empire mourned.
Is that the one I just had? Maybe? Because further back was like quite a while ago and that was not when I done it. Oh, it sounds like it's from the perspective of Henry, which makes that sound weird with the voice acting. Right, so... Is it in this one or quest items? That one? Oh, I can't see shit. Hold on. Right, okay, God, dear Lord Jesus Christ, forsake the man, who put themselves unworthy of treasures and riches to women according to the word, which shows that which is weak to cast shame upon that which is strong. Men, when they excel at something, are excessively inglorious, giving credit only to their own actions, forgetting our Lord Jesus Christ. Therefore, wives, virgins, and widows are elevated in our times, coming to discipline, living the most noble lives, and venerating the heavenly kingdom. For men are occupied only with the vanities of this world. Therefore, women that fill the churches spend their time in prayer and listening to sermons, reject entertainments, vanities, and ostentation, surpass men in devotion and love of Christ. Women think constantly of the concerns of our Lord, lingering in veneration until they are brought to tears and nourish evermore their love of Christ. In divine mercy and manifest visions and prophecies, the women, I say, are 100 times more gifted than any man and perhaps even priests. It seems therefore that the gift of prophecy and intimacy with the Holy Spirit is often bequeathed now to women. To them are revealed the great mysteries of God and great wisdom, as you know from an example of the acclaimed Virgin Hildegard, saintly Bridget, and many other women, where they comprise a procession, as I've seen in Paris, Rome, Nuremberg, and in Prague. Right, this is basically saying, yeah, women are gonna get these visions more than men. Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go again. Oh, you'll do that.
I'm ready, Monsieur.
Excellent. We make...
Yes.
Good.
Yes, sir.
One more I will... You will...
Of course.
Very well. Bye.
Now we can do this. Hopefully we can get it in our favor somehow.
Let us begin.
Most tense speech checks in the whole game. Oh,
by the grace of
fuck.
God, Papal Inquisitor, have come here to Sassaw in response to reports of Marian visitations and the preaching activities of one Johanka, a commoner. And I have found indeed that by her arbitrary words she's been leading good people astray and encouraging their rebellion against their
Who's she been
betters.
leading astray though?
Furthermore, Johanka has attempted to usurp the glory that belongs alone to Holy Mother Church, and to appoint herself as an intermediary of the wisdom and grace of Almighty God. This does not behove any lay person, and certainly not a woman. It is therefore necessary to remedy her transgressions, and to investigate the extent and the basis of her misguidance. Or, as the case may be, heresy. Henry of Skalitz has elected to appear here in Johanka's defense, and his wish has been allowed. Anyone who elects to speak here does so before God, and shall be bound by a most sacred oath, to speak only the truth. I will first hear the testimony of Father Fabian, who sent me word of this matter, and
Oh,
who
he's
should
the
best
dick,
know
isn't he?
what deeds are done in his parish. Father Fabian, will you tell us what Johanka has been proclaiming?
Johanka claims that she has received visitations from Our Lady, the Holy Mother of God, who speaks to her in the night. It is an outrageous claim that I hold to be entirely untrue.
And did Johanka come forward to ask your advice regarding these alleged apparitions?
She did not. Instead, she took it upon herself to spread her supposed wisdom to the people.
And prior to this, did Johanka attend church? Did you see her at your sermons, Father?
I did not, Monsignor. What's more, the parish priest of Scarlet is staying at my presbytery just now. Johanka knows him well enough, but she didn't come to see even him. I believe Johanka is deliberately avoiding the church. Instead, she meets her followers secretly in the woods and preaches to them. Either she made everything up, or the devil himself is whispering in her ear.
If I may, Monsignor, the Virgin Mary really does speak to Johanka.
Is that so? And on what do you found this claim?
It couldn't be the devil. Johanka lives at the monastery, doesn't she? Close to the cave of St. Procopius. St. Procopius, who overpowered the devil and cast him down, did he not? The evil one would hardly dare return to the dominion of the saints to whisper in Johanka's ear. Surely that's obvious.
It's true, Henry. Evil spirits, or even Lucifer
I love
himself would
this.
have little power in the vicinity of the remains
brilliant.
of St. Procopius.
But the fact that she lives at the monastery doesn't mean that she is not misguided. What's more, she is an interloper there herself, who would not even be tolerated if it weren't for Brother Nicodemus.
Yes, Father. I am aware of the impropriety of her presence in the monastery grounds. But in this, I must concur with Henry.
Monsignor, would you please hear the testimony of the respected burgher Pavel of Colleen? He will testify that Johanka isn't making anything up.
Well, I'm very curious what this Pavel will tell us. Call Pavel of Colleen. I'm a little surprised to find a counselor of Colleen here, especially you, who makes no secret of your animosity towards Sasau Monastery.
True. Although I have only criticized the monastery in secular matters of property, which concerned a dispute with the town of Colleen, and therefore my duties as a counselor.
Pavel, please tell us about your recent experience.
I'm all ears, Goodman.
Monsignor, some years ago I hid some money in Sasau woods. When I found myself here again recently and heard Johanka's words, I remembered that matter. Johanka made me aware of my inordinate love of wealth, and I resolved to donate the money in question for the common good of Sasau. For this, I needed an honest intermediary who would locate the money. In this, too, Johanka helped me by putting me in touch with Henry here. By the grace of God, he found the long-lost treasure and donated it for the good of Sasau. The whole matter I regard as the intervention of the Holy Spirit.
An interesting tale, Goodman Pavel.
Not only that, it's also evidence of divine providence, and that Johanka isn't making anything up. She wasn't possessed by an evil spirit. On the contrary, Our Lady really did speak to her.
I must concur with that, Monsignor, because I was subsequently also visited in a dream by the Virgin Mary.
What? You too?
Yes. She appeared in a blue cloak and waved to me.
Do you swear that what you say is true, Pavel?
I swear by Almighty God, Monsignor.
Remarkable. Truly remarkable. Very well, Goodman. Thank you for your testimony. You may stand down.
Even if it were true, why would Our Lady choose a simple village girl like Johanka?
Monsignor, with your permission, I'd like to draw attention to the work of the great scholar Matthew of Yanov. He exalted women like Johanka. He said that God created what is weak in order to bring shame on what is strong. That's why God turns to women who love Christ and blesses them with such visions, so that they can point
This
out and
makes
rectify
it even
the
better
vanities
because
of
it's
men.
against this
It can't be
dickhead.
heresy if the learned masters of universities write such tracts.
What you say is remarkable. Matthew's work, which you mentioned, does speak to Johanka's benefit, but I wouldn't have expected that someone of your station has even heard of the Master of Yanov. How did you come by his work?
Well, Johanka pressed me to go on a pilgrimage of repentance. I went to Uzhitz, where there is a Marian church, and there, the parish priest gave me a copy of the text.
That's surprising indeed. especially that you are at all capable of reading such a work and understanding
Oh
it.
no.
You're quite a fountain of unexpected skills, Henry.
Thank you, Monsignor.
Let's proceed then. Is there anything else you want to add, Henry?
Yes. Please call Brother Nicodemus.
I'm assuming
He
I'll
has
just
something
go
to say
through all
about it.
everyone.
He's a man of learning and knows
I
more
hope.
about these things than I do.
Certainly. I also wish to hear his testimony. Call him.
How shocking, Henry! You can read. I know. I was like,
For some
Henry,
time,
how
you were
you
insisting
can
that the
read?
infirmary needed extra pairs of hands. It was only at your
What is
request that Johanka, against all accepted custom, was allowed inside the monastery walls. I've already spoken to Abbot Peter about her, but please tell me how Johanka behaved.
Monsignor, I must stand behind Johanka. The girl is a treasure. Selfless, charitable, and good-hearted. She helped more people here than anyone else. I have never seen her do anything that would contradict the behavior of a good Christian. She never discussed
Oh, very
questions of
uncommon.
faith with me. She was
but right,
always
some of those
focused
are really
only on
capable
her
of doing.
work,
Yeah.
which she carried out impeccably.
And I guess there.
Afterwards,
I mean,
she began making claims
you
of
wouldn't have all
Marian
the stuff that
Yes.
is about
Yes,
now.
That's quite an
And
extraordinary
probably,
thing. The things she preached couldn't have come from any of
I mean,
the
as we've
brothers,
seen with the
or
library
from
at the
books,
monastery,
because she
the
can't
Aemon
read.
scribes,
Therefore,
obviously.
I believe the Blessed Virgin really spoke.
Although,
Nonsense. She made the whole thing up. Or someone did prompt her. You're very keen to defend her,
I do wonder
brother.
what purpose. If there wasn't many people who could read, what was the fucking point in having them scribing?
I already said she got none of it from me, and I would never lie
And having
before
all their
Almighty
shit at the
God.
monastery.
But it seems to me it's the inadequate education of the good parish priest here that's behind his flimsy litany.
What? Am I to be criticized by someone who's more a gardener than a scholar?
Father Fabian, let Nicodemus speak. And you, Nicodemus, stick to the point, if you please.
Certainly, Monsignor. Please allow this humble gardener to put the good priest right, because he evidently knows nothing of the fact that other women before Johanka had similar experiences. Blessed Hildegard of Bingen also had similar visions. And what about St. Bridget, or Elizabeth of Schurnau, or Catherine of Siena? Like them, Johanka here only humbly spreads the message of Our Lady. She does not present herself as an intermediary of divine mercy.
Not every Catalan priest and some nobles
Please
and
do
folks
not
from states were
condemn
able to
Johanka,
receive some
Bishop
education at the time.
Yaroslav. In my judgment, her visions are genuine, and her words
I always feel like,
sincere.
at least for the monastery
Thank
lot
you,
and the
Nicodemus.
church lot, they thought
Your
themselves
plea is
completely
very
untouchable.
bold. But what you say about Hildegard and the others is true. You can rest assured, I will consider your words very carefully.
I was going to say something else. I'm like, no, I can't go down that route.
Fabian, have you had trouble with heretics before, or had any suspicions of heresy here?
Not much, Monsignor. Now and then there have been traveling preachers and various charlatans here and there. Although, I did recently get reports that there were members of the Waldensian sect hiding in the province.
Yes, I know of that. Henry here was helping the vicar to track them down. Unfortunately, though, they managed to flee. Thank you, Father Fabian. That's all.
I'm glad to have been of service, Monsignor.
I thank you also, Brother Nicodemus. You too may stand down. Call Hoshek, bailiff of Sasau.
So we didn't bribe him. I don't know if that's a good or bad choice.
Bailiff, has there been any suspicious activity here recently?
Well, there have been cumins
Oh,
on
the
the
ancient law for
rampage
priesthood
in the
changed
woods
dramatically
and on
after the
roads,
plague as they needed
and
more
all
priests
sorts of
because
bands
died
of
from it.
footpads and
To do the last
brigands
rites.
around the province.
Oh, okay.
But otherwise, it's all been peaceful and quiet here, Monsignor.
How reassuring. And what of Johanka, bailiff?
What?
Has she been
Okay,
inciting the people
strange
here?
way of
I
saying
couldn't
that.
tell you much about her. I hardly know her. She hasn't broken any laws, and folks speak well of her, for the most part. Although it's true, things have been a bit tense here, on account of her speeches.
Continue.
Quite a lot of people have been going to her since she started with that preaching. Some are even convinced she's a holy woman. From what I heard, they bring her small gifts or ask for her advice or blessing.
Sacrilege! People coming for blessings and bringing her gifts. That has all the makings of a cult.
Oh, I don't know, Monsignor. Begging your pardon, but that's overstating it a bit. But it's true. They met outside town, too, and it came to a bit of a skirmish. Nothing serious happened, though. Fellas punching each other in the mouth. If you'll excuse me, Monsieur, that happens all the time. Well, that's about all I can tell you, Monsignor.
Thank you, Bailiff. That will be all. And you, Henry, you've been around Johanka more than anyone. Do people come to her for blessings?
I am going to say she doesn't bless anyone.
Well, they come to her, yes. But I swear she never blessed anyone.
I don't think I'd seen that.
But when someone comes to her, she tries to help them, like a good Christian.
Henry, I'm sure you're aware that to lie here is a mortal sin and a crime.
I do. And I'm not lying.
I know they've left gifts, but I don't...
Anything else?
Bathridge?
Yes, Monsignor. I'd like you to listen to Adela. She amended her life, and doesn't live in sin anymore, all because of Johanka. Her testimony will show that Johanka is an exemplary Christian, not the leader of some cult.
All right. Call this Adela. Adela, until recently you were living in the nearby town of Ledechko, is that so?
Yes.
And how did you make a living there?
I served at the baths, laundering and repairing clothes and preparing the baths.
Is that all?
No. Sometimes I went with the fellas and pleasured them for money. But I don't do it anymore. I swear. I changed my ways on account of Johanka and Henry here, and now I lead a decent life.
You're saying you simply gave up your profession?
Yes. Henry convinced me, and Johanka took me in.
Very well. Thank you. And since you left Ledechko, have you sinned with anyone?
No, monsieur, I haven't.
Oh, she tried.
Good. May God give you the will to maintain your newfound virtue, Adela. And now, please answer one more question. You're living with Johanka now, yes? Tell me what she says to the people who come to her.
Well, they come with all sorts of problems. Some want just advice. Some want her maybe to bless them or talk to Our Lady for them. They believe she's a holy woman.
So, Johanka accepts gifts from these people and then gives them her blessing?
No, it's not like that. Johanka doesn't bless anyone. And she doesn't want any gifts from anyone either. Folk just bring them. The things they bring, she gives them out to the sick and wounded. She doesn't keep anything, I swear.
You swear?
Yes, I swear to it all, Monseigneur. I'd never lie to you.
All right. You may go.
Please hear also the testimony of Guta, wife of the tailor, Ambrose. She can also bear witness to your
maybe a bit iffy because I'm not sure how my answer to her is like best kept between men.
Call her. Guta, you witnessed Johanka's first sermon. What did she speak of?
About how we should be virtuous and not sinful.
And then you went to see Johanka, didn't you?
I did, Monseigneur. I wanted to ask her for help, and she did. I was praying for my husband for a long time and begging God to help him. And I believe my prayers were answered, and he sent Johanka to us.
And there were others who came to her seeking help?
Yes, Monseigneur. There were.
And that shrine, and the gifts. People brought them to Johanka so she'd help them?
I couldn't tell you. But she helped me without any of that.
Didn't you bring her any gifts?
Well, yes, but that was after. Just some old cloth for bandages and bed covers, so she could help others like she helped me. Every evening, I pray for Johanka and thank the Blessed Virgin for sending her to us.
I see. Thank you. You may go. Very well. Now, I wish to question Katra, the swordsmith's wife. Bring her here.
Might have been the fuck up.
Katra, you are a respected townswoman who has a good overview of what goes on in Sasau. As you told me earlier, will you tell me now what you know of Johanka and her deeds?
Yes, I'll tell you everything, Monsignor. Johanka has been putting ideas into people's heads and causing chaos. What right has she to preach to us? A simple girl like that? As if we were bad people here, and she herself is a sinner? And an adulterer, a loose woman she is, who goes with anyone. And
did she?
Fornicated with the custodian, Sir Sebastian.
Forgive me, Monsignor, but Katra isn't telling the whole truth.
What do you mean, Henry?
She's the one who set a band of thugs on Johanka several times to cause trouble for her and threaten her. She wanted to drive Johanka out of town. That's not the deed of a good Christian, plotting intrigues like that. She admitted it all to me.
Is that true?
I only did what was necessary to stop her from bringing us to harm.
Monsignor, you can see yourself that Katra holds a grudge against Johanka.
I know, getting shit on Katra.
I must agree with Henry. In view of your apparent antagonism towards Johanka, whatever the reasons for it,
so is that completely shut down her, like, you slept with that, the custodian?
You should have reported your concerns to Father Fabian instead of acting willfully as you did.
But
it's
she's
brilliant.
bringing us nothing but trouble.
I will be the judge of her transgressions, not you. Nevertheless, I have also heard rumors of Johanka's immorality that cannot be ignored.
No,
Bring
hold
here
on.
the Sasau custodian, Sir Sebastian von Berg.
Like, he himself admitted it wasn't a unique thing when I said about Godwin, you know, having a concubine and that.
Sir Sebastian,
He's fucking.
my apologies for raising the matter, but doubts have been cast on your virtue.
So if you're not bothered about that, then be bothered about her.
You have shared your bed with Johanka. Is it true?
Monsignor, with respect, this is surely some mistake. Johanka is not a bad girl, and by no means a heretic.
Noted. Now please answer my question. Did you share your bed with Johanka or not?
Yes, but she's not...
Silence! So, Johanka not only incites rebellion against the nobles, but also seduces them into sin and immorality.
Monsignor, I've known Johanka a long time, and she's a virtuous girl.
I don't know
and a
which
good
one was the right
Christian.
answer.
She just needed support. It wasn't a bodily desire, but one of the soul. Consider what she went through. Her whole family slaughtered, and everyone here turned their backs on her, but for Sir Sebastian. Anyone can make a mistake, can't they? And she's sorry for her mistake.
Monsignor, let's put a stop to this. It's undignified for us both. And for Johanka. She's no heretic, just a confused young girl to whom fate has been less than kind. Her confusion will pass. All it needs is for someone to explain to her the error of her ways. There's no necessity for extreme measures.
Sir Sebastian, be so kind as to leave the judgment of Johanka's transgressions to me. You may go.
Is there anyone else? Don't think there is.
Henry? You proved yourself an exemplary and faithful servant of the Church when you drew my attention to the many iniquities that have been happening hereabouts. You've been very keen to appear here in Johanka's defense. You've said a lot about her, but please, tell me why you've been helping her all this time.
Oh no.
Because I don't know anyone like her. She endured what would destroy most people and never gave up. She never wasted time feeling sorry for herself. Instead, she helped others, even at the cost of her own suffering. And she helped to redeem me, too. It's a pity everyone isn't like her.
It seems you speak sincerely, and you hold her in high regard. Your sincerity before God carries great weight. Thank you. That will be all, Henry.
Fuck it.
Monsignor, please permit me to say one more
This might
thing.
work.
I heard some wise words at a sermon in Scalitz, and I think I should share them here. It's our Christian duty to fight against sin. But we must love the sinner. So I beg you, Monsignor, be lenient to Johanka.
You're right, Henry. Those are wise words. Nothing remains but to question Johanka herself. Johanka of Scalitz, you've heard the accusations brought against you, and we have also heard several testimonies. I already questioned you earlier, and it has also come to my attention that Henry here bribed a guard to allow him to see you in your cell, which I expressly forbade. Johanka, do you wish to revise the answers you gave earlier? Or do you stand by what you said?
I stand by everything I told you.
So be it. I expressly forbade you to continue preaching, and you promised not to do so.
Oh, she's going down.
You defied my instruction and broke your promise. Why?
Forgive me, Monsignor. But I could do nothing else. Our Lady asked me to do it, and I couldn't refuse her. She did visit me. But now I admit that I might have been wrong about some things.
I'm trying to not get to that, I know.
I don't understand these learned matters, and I was too hasty in speaking to the people. I regret that I didn't go first to Father Fabian and tell him about everything. I want to apologize here, before the Blessed Virgin. If I misunderstood something and said untruths or brought shame on the Church, I didn't intend to do anything like that. I ask Our Lady's forgiveness, and I will accept any punishment that you impose on me.
I'm pleased that you've seen the error of your ways and confessed to your mistakes. These proceedings are closed. You may leave. Johanka will now hear my verdict.
I really don't know. Oh my god, she's gonna end up dead, isn't she?
Johanka, are you aware you're facing very grave accusations?
Yes, Monsignor. I am.
You stand accused of preaching from ignorance and leading the people away from the protective embrace of Holy Mother Church. If you do not
shit.
recant, you will suffer grave consequences.
Pride and ignorance clouded her reason.
Child.
Oh, there's 3 endings. You got 2 out of 3 so far.
It distressed me greatly to have to pronounce a verdict of condemnation. Speak then. Do you recant your sermons and swear never again to preach to the people? And are you prepared to repent?
God is my witness. I did all this with good intentions. And I sincerely repent of my sins of conceit. I confess that I was led by my pride to believe the Virgin Mary chose me to put the world to rights. And I set myself above the learned prelates of the Church and the divine right of nobility. I repent my sins of pride and ask forgiveness. I will do as you command, Father.
Johanka has confessed her guilt. From this day forward, she'll be a good and humble Christian again.
All of this was for the church to save face, essentially.
And shall, in her penitent's robe, go every day to pray at the Church of St. Martin.
Fuck off.
Therefore, I ask you to welcome Johanka back into your midst and hold no grudge against her.
Is that I'm guessing it's an alright ending? She's not dead.
If the Virgin Mary should happen to visit you again, tell Father Fabian he will send for me. All right?
Yes, Signor.
Very good.
I got the best outcome. Yeah, and that right there is they don't want to have it that there's some person getting visions, but they'll potentially deal with them, not in a bad way. Like if she does have the visions and such.
Johanka
Not dead
was
nor
cleared of
exiled.
all charges
It's an alright
of heresy.
outcome.
And the Inquisitor, his job done and his verdict pronounced, left Sasau for good. Matthias
I left
recovered
Sasau
from
for
his
good?
illness, and he and Johanka finally met again. It was a happy sight to see them both alive and well after their trials. Who knows what awaits them now? Or all of us, for that matter.
So what made you not sure what ending I would get? Angel of Mercy. Okay. What now? Nope, nope. I'm not doing that one just yet. Don't want to do next. See the map. Who have we got where? Got two there. One there. One there. So I've got four. Oh, give me a second. I'll be right back. Oh, hold on. Varying degree of consequences for Johanka. Oh, but you got the best case scenario. One of the endings ends real bad. I'm guessing that's the whole. Potentially, if she doesn't go back on her claims, I imagine they would be like, no, we can't have you running around claiming that you're getting messages from people. Maybe. Right, I'm going to see what we have. So I think there's 4 DLCs, is it? Left, maybe? Oh, Wide Seer's a fuck up needed to get the bad ending. Probably... He didn't say anything negative about the bailiff dude, so probably if we did bribe him that would count against us. If we didn't, read the manuscript. If we didn't get the dice to Johanka or convince her. If we... Nope, the only DLC stuff I've done is maps and Women's Lot. Haven't been near anything else. So we've got the blacksmith, I think it's the blacksmith in Samopesh. Oh yeah! With the bathhouse wench. Yeah, because when we got back from there, she was like, oh, like one more for old time's sakes. Like, no, it's alright. So is there a particular order that's best to do them in? I kind of just went with that because I was like, well, you had access to Teresa one right from the get-go. And you were always right next to her when at the mill. I'm guessing is that the Hans one? Is he at the pub? Yeah, he usually frequents the pub, doesn't he? There's that. I don't know. We'll do all of them. It saved it there, didn't it? Oh, you also have the one from Azig. I might go with the blacksmith one because I can save the bigger ones for another time. I'm thinking of time. It's like 45-ish minutes. That's fine. Nourishment's fine. Do I still get to... Nope, no one. Or armor. What is going on with this? Oh, is that the stuff that we were wearing for the trial? I think it was. 25. What else have I got on me? It's not you. Dunno. Oh, actually, can I take the okay. I think it might be grass or something which isn't rendered in some way. Yeah, can we take the manuscript back to Godwin? Oh god, I probably should have spoke to Johanka, shouldn't I? I'll come back here. Bloody hell. Oh, I wondered if we would get across the place without an encounter. Right, is that... Oh, there he is! There he is! Come back! Come back! Dude!
What do you need?
Oh, yeah, we can. I brought the manuscript back.
I brought you back that manuscript you lent me.
Reputation?
Ah, the opus of Matthew of
That's
Yarnov.
alright.
I was wondering if I'd ever see it again.
I've
Thanks,
got
my
the
son.
trophy for maxed out reputations. Oh, that was it. That was it. Nothing else. Hmm. Yeah, my reputation with Ujits is just not good. Any better? 19! Fucking hell. It's only because of DLC that I managed to get certain trophies. Because Pharaoh Godwin cost me this place. I will forever blame him. Yeah, I forgot to go and speak for Johanka. Is she still going to be at the monastery? You like setting things up there. I wonder if it's a common spawn point for things to happen. As I've travelled across the map, I do notice there's a couple of places that seem to be more common for events to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, while we're here, what has Nicodemus got to say about it? Are you happy that she is no longer...
I heard you and Pavel of Colleen gave a donation to Sasau. It's a pity you didn't think of us. Anyway.
Really?
What can I do?
Really? Trail.
Brother Nicodemus, I'd like to thank you for the wonderful testimony you gave.
You're the one who deserves thanks, Henry.
That's right, I just
feared
gained
the
reputational
worst.
loss.
And for all my prayers, I never even dared hope for such an outcome. I could hardly believe it at first. I was very fearful for Johanka. It didn't look good at all for her, facing such accusations. And you did an excellent job, Henry. It's largely due to you that everything turned out as it did. Thanks for defending her, Henry. There's few people who could have done it so well. Recently, I found an interesting volume in the monastery library and made a copy from it in secret. It's just a few lines, but maybe you'll find it useful.
Are you sneaking me information? Oh, chamomile brew.
Do you still think the Virgin Mary's visitations were real?
Yes, I think they were. Even if she didn't interpret the message quite correctly, we were certainly witness to something extraordinary.
Okay. I wonder if other witnesses have anything to say. Shit, he's not here.
Good health to you, Henry.
Where was her place? Her place is... Oh, it's changed! So they had a load of things that were... And they've scrubbed out what was written on the wall. Or scratched on the wall. The symbols and such. Oh, I like that. Where's Matthias?
Johanka?
Henry, I'm still muddled from all that happened, but I want to thank you for standing by me. You've done more for me than anyone else I know.
You don't have to thank me. I only did what I considered right.
I'm still grateful, though. I'm in your debt.
God be with you. Henry!
Matthias.
And how is Matthias doing now?
Good, I think. He's getting his strength back. How we're doing isn't for your ears, Henry.
What did the Inquisitor say?
There's one thing I'm curious about. What did the Inquisitor say after we left?
He spoke about God and the Blessed Virgin, but I'm not supposed to tell anyone. I probably shouldn't say anything, but I think, in the end, even the bishop believed that Our Lady really did appear to me.
What, the Inquisitor? But...
Shh! I never said a word, all right?
Ah, yeah, sure. I understand.
Now, I need to rest a while.
Okay. What do you do now?
What will you do now?
I have to stay in Sasau for some time, on account of Father Fabian. But the abbot wants me to leave the monastery as soon as possible. And then... I wish I knew. I'll have to talk to Matthias about it, but I don't want to trouble him with it now, after he came so close to dying.
Virgin Mary?
And what about the Virgin Mary? Does she still visit you?
No, not anymore. Not since the trial. Whatever anyone says, she did appear to me before. Just between the two of us. I think I did what she wanted of me anyway. Perhaps I was too hasty and committed the sin of pride and got confused about some things. But even so, after all, Matthias recovered, and that must mean something.
I also think you spoke well, and you were right about some things. And I believe Our Lady did appear to you.
Thank you. Let's talk no more about it. Only Our Lady herself knows what her intentions were, and that's how it should be. In church I always prayed to her for forgiveness. I hope she hears my prayers.
Is it going here?
How's it going here?
Good. Actually, better than before. Matthias is here with me. I go to St. Martin's Church often, and Father Fabian is strict with me, but he
I
explains
know, it's
many
because
things
of the
to me
Virgin Mary,
about
not the
God
wonder
and
of modern
faith,
medicine.
And he tests me to see if I understand correctly. Then he always leaves me alone to pray and do penance.
Take care.
Okay, you do not have Matthias though, do you? Sugar. Alright, we'll be doing all of them anyway. So I kind of want to get what I feel is going to be the not quite as... I don't know. I'm saying good, but maybe not as interesting, because I have no idea what the hell this person would want to say. Whereas I'd expect Radzig and Hans to have some decent DLC. This is a blacksmith. Oh, it might be too late for this.
God save you. What can I do for you?
Something wrong?
What's the matter?
It's the tourney. It always upsets me.
Oh, the tourney?
Why would the tourney upset you?
It brings back sad memories about my son Svartalfluk. God rest him. He always loved sword fighting. Even when he was just a lad, he used to duel with his mates with sticks. And for years he saved every groschen he got so he could buy a real weapon. Wasn't long before he had the hang of all sorts of fancy strikes and feints. So when he heard Sir Hanush was holding tourneys for common folk, he was first in line to enroll.
Did you ever win?
Did your son ever win
Let's
this
go
tourney?
for the potential positive.
Oh, aye, more than once. Svartalfluk wasn't the strongest, but he was agile as a weasel. And he put his heart and soul into it.
Is it dangerous?
I see. And he got hurt in the arena?
Oh, heavens
Oh.
no. Sir Hanush set the rules
Okay.
in such a way that nobody would suffer more than a bruise or two. And he makes damn sure the rules are obeyed.
So what happened to him then?
Well, this fella by the name of Peter enrolled. They called him Black Peter on account of the colour he wore. He beat all comers. No man could match him. Only Svartalfluk was determined to take him, so he started training all the hours God gave. He even started going to Captain Bernard for lessons. And in the last tourney, he got the better of Black Peter in the end and won the prize. Only he never came home that day. I figured he was having a drink in Rattay to celebrate his victory. But he didn't even turn up in the morning, and I started getting worried. I was just on my way to look for him when some merchants came by. They'd found my boy by the road just past Rattay. He was still alive, but he was burning up and shaking like a leaf. I sent for the sawbones right away. But before the day was out, I had to send for the priest.
I know what happened to your son. I kind of want to ask about these ones. Was he wounded?
Did Svartalfluk have any wounds?
Only a couple of scratches and bruises from the tourney. Nothing that would kill a man. Not even the sawbones could figure out what done him in.
Do you think it was this Black Peter who killed him?
It was the first thing crossed my mind. Aye. But there's no proof. It could have been anyone, I suppose.
Do you know anything about this Black Peter?
Oh, not much. I asked around, but nobody knew nothing much about him. Except he was a stuck-up bastard. He always just turned up for the tourney, took his prize and vanished.
Well, I'm going to help you, so I'm going to have to say I think I know what happened.
I think I can tell you what happened to Svartalfluk.
Really?
The fact that he died just after beating Black Peter and winning the tourney was no coincidence.
So it was that bastard?
Yes. Black Peter lay in wait and ambushed me. He's a nasty piece of work. The thing is, he has some kind
poison
of poison
sword.
on his weapon, so I reckon he might
I
have
have
poisoned your
that.
son. The signs you spoke
It was
of
right
point to
near
it.
the mill.
Merciful God, I knew it. But how did you get away from the fucker? Did you kill him?
Unfortunately, it wasn't my lucky day. I didn't manage to kill him, and by now he'll be miles away.
How the fuck did he get his sword
It
then?
can't be helped, but thanks for trying. Here, take this for your trouble. Take care.
Yeah, I done the tourney and I got back to... you were riding past the mill and there was someone who attacked. Joe Henry just knocked him out, didn't finish him. I thought I killed him because I took his sword because it's the one that's always got the poison on it in my... Like, not that that's an indication that I killed him, but I would have thought I would have killed him. I don't know, maybe I didn't. I mustn't have if the game's saying that then. Okay. Because it's the only weapon that's ever got poison on it. In my storage. Because I haven't used anything on my weapons at all. Oh, it's that one done? I thought it was going to take longer. Alright, what I'm going to do is get myself over the lower gate. There's 2 things in here. I might just save it there and finish up because I don't know when I'm going to get to a save point, because sometimes, depending on how the quest starts, they end up not allowing me to do much. But yeah, I must have just knocked him out then. Normally I'm so good about killing them. Oh, poisons and such are so good on weapons, especially for a merciful run. I'm guessing that's because even though it was applied with the weapon, it was the poison or whatever that killed them and not directly you. I know, I'm usually, yeah, pretty good at murdering people.
Yeah.
I'm usually pretty good at murdering people, yep. When I see, well, I don't know. I could have swore I'd killed him. I couldn't tell you where in any of the VODs it was, but it must have been after a tourney started, or it had finished a tourney. Not sure. Right, so as I said, I'm not sure what the quest is going to start with, if it's going to take me on a wild journey across the place and I'll be away at the back of Beyond where I'm not doing anything for saving. I know I have the potions, but I just prefer having the bed so that I can sort out any shit that I need to and then be like, right, sorted, go and do the quest. So this should hopefully maybe continue tomorrow. Depends on how something I want to do tomorrow turns out. So the outcome of that will then change what's going on with any afternoon stream possibly. However, later on today, I'll be back in a few hours with more Star Ocean Second Story Hour. I'm enjoying it. I need to get into crafting. I need to do more crafting. We're going to be like so overleveled or so overpowered. We need to have that. We just have to. But yeah, so thank everyone for watching. It's always appreciated. And I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you again soon. So thank you all, and have a great rest of your day.